Good morning, day 4 today. We're waking up in the middle of the woods just off the Labrador highway. Rain in the forecast today, looking like thunder showers, lightning, all that good stuff. We're going to take it as it comes, but we do need to kind of hammer down and put some miles in today. As you can see, the bugs are pretty bad, but we expect them to get worse. And it's all part of the game. We all know what we signed up for. It's about 8 o'clock right now. We all woke up at 6:37. We're going to break camp here shortly, put on all our rain gear, and try and get at least to Fremont today, which is about 500 kilometers away. So we got to hammer down. Morale's very high. Stoked to get on the bike and away from the bugs. While I'm waiting for the boys to finish up packing, I'll give you a quick tour. So we got my tools here. This is my food and cooking supplies in here. Obviously my Crocs, my tent, my sleeping gear, and my rain gear goes in here. And then this is all my clothes and a few extra accessories. Down here we got my bug shirt and my hoodie. Quick, easy access for those. An additional sleeping pad, my sit pad / kneeling pad, extra fuel, garbage. And last thing is my chair right here. All electronics and camera gears in here, and extra tubes right here. On the road again. What's going on?
I think I'm having the same issue again.
You want to just coast to the pavement down here?
I don't know if it's a good idea to open everything up in the rain either.
What about just pulling that drain on your airbox?
Yeah.
Pull that, see if his gas starts
That's
coming.
a good idea.
Well, he thinks he's having the same issue. Yeah. Chris's issue hadn't gone away like we had hoped. His bike was still coughing, sputtering, and lurching every few minutes. After some trial and error on the side of the road, he coaxed it back to life, but it was far from fixed. Riding behind him, I could see him reaching down mid-ride, twisting his petcock halfway closed, like he was hand-feeding it fuel just to convince it to keep going.
It could be that other jet that they call...
Yeah, the intermediate or the pilot. There's that initial crack and could be that.
It is a likely hypothesis.
All I know is we need to get out of the rain to take the carburetor.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
The issue seemed to ease up, so we stopped for lunch, filled our bellies, and took the chance to dry ourselves out. Back on the road, spirits were better, until Manic 5 Dam came into view and Chris suddenly pulled over, understandably frustrated. A few kilometers back, we'd spotted a roadside tent, so we doubled back, figuring it'd be as good a place as any to tear into his carb and see what was going on. When we rolled onto the bridge above the Manic 5 Dam, you could feel the tension break. Chris's bike was finally running smooth. We hoped it was just a clogged jet that cleared itself, so we could finally put some real kilometers behind us. Then the dirt started, and everyone lit up. The rain turned out to be a blessing in disguise. No dust, just perfect traction and a wide open road ahead.
Messing around, calling all you freaks and nerds. You're just missing what you want. My brother's going down the drain, my sister's living the dream, but everybody's singing along. It's okay, we'll all soon be gone.
When the gravel turned back to asphalt, we knew we were closing in on Relais Gabriel, the only real stop for miles. This stretch of land was shaped millions of years ago when a meteor the size of a mountain slammed into it, leaving a crater so big you can still spot it from space. After a quick fuel stop in Relais Gabriel, we got back on the highway and started putting some serious kilometers behind us. The road was smooth and fast, though a few more twists would have been nice. The crew was locked in, riding well together, and even Chris's bike was finally running without complaint. Spirits were good, and it finally felt like we were making real progress. The further we went, the better it got. The highway had shaken off the rain, leaving just a few stubborn showers left. Then the dirt came back, and it was like flipping a breaker. The whole crew woke up. Throttles open, the boys were having fun. By the time we pulled over, a break was overdue, even if it was just a quick one. We grabbed some water, stretched our legs, and had a good laugh watching Herb fuel up in true Herb fashion. Moments like that kept the vibe light and the kilometers rolling by. Then, a fully loaded freight train slid into view, with endless cars dragging steel and dust through the wilderness. It was pretty neat, trying to outpace it and get to the next crossing before it crossed us.
As the last stretch of gravel gave way to pavement, it sank in. Our time in Quebec was almost over. For days we'd been inching closer to that invisible line, and now the border was just ahead. I'd been waiting to see that Newfoundland and Labrador sign, and judging by the quiet smiles under their helmets, the boys had too. When it finally came into view, Tyler glanced over, and without a word we shared a quick fist bump. We rolled to a stop and pulled off to the side and let the moment sink in. The wind, the bikes cooling, the smell of rain still hanging in the air, it all felt kind of surreal. It was a real sense of accomplishment, standing there for photos, knowing how far we'd already come. But deep down we knew this wasn't the finish line. In fact, this was just the start of the Labrador Highway, and there was lots of adventure still ahead. While we were stopped for photos, Tyler dug around and found us a free campsite on a beach just outside Labrador City. With that in mind, we pushed on, fueled up in town, and made our way to the shoreline. It felt like the perfect place to call it a night, wild, open, and beautiful. But Labrador had its way of keeping us humble. The temperature dropped to 4 degrees that night, and the sand was so soft most of us dumped our bikes before we could even get the tents up. We cracked a beer by the lake and watched the city lights shimmer across the water. Even at 10, the sky refused to go dark, a sign of how north we really were. After a quick meal, we turned in. Tomorrow's ride to Churchill Falls was shorter, and it held a campsite that I was eager to see.